Back here at Target Center, let's get you the starting lineups brought to you by Northland. Joel Embiid is out. We'll have details on that in a few minutes. Tyus Jones, Josh Okogie, Andrew Wiggins. It's the longest drought in series history for Minnesota, and we are underway on a statement.
No Joel Embiid in this game. Jonah Bolden had a whale of a game as Karl-Anthony Towns finds us. Jonah Bolden was really good in Philadelphia, Dave. 5 of 6, we were there. 4 of 5 from outside the arc, and JJ Redick does what he does.
Standings, they're kind of locked into that 3 spot. It would take a lot for them to move up to 2, and it would take a precipitous fall.
But that Milwaukee Buck game is in Philadelphia, by the way, and it's going to be a back-to-back for Philly. Tyus was so big, like, you know, he asked for what he wanted. It wasn't handled. Andrew just been a different year, man.
It really has.
He's been a different player. I'm just shaking my head at Ryan Saunders right now. Like, Ryan's done something to activate the super.
Here come the Sixers. Butler kicks it out for Harris, and Tobias Harris, as Redick leaves it short. Towns pulls down a rebound, but then Simmons gets a hand on it, takes it away, and then turns it into a couple. The NBA stands by both of the controversial calls late in the game last night that went against the Warriors and for the Timberwolves. Wiped off what could have been a 4-point play was correct. They say the foul against Durant late with 0.5 seconds left.
Was a lot easier for him to operate against smaller ones than it is against bigger twos.
Simmons attacks him. Timberwolves are shooting only 29%.
Wow.
Andrew Wiggins gets them their 6th. You heard Jimmy Butler's comments a moment ago about Ryan Saunders. Back tap to Bolden, who will fire a 3 and make a 3. 7 in the game last night against the Warriors. And Towns right on cue finally does get his first point.
Jimmy Butler was sitting on that rotational pass by Tyus Jones
last night.
The other guy that was really important is Mike Scott gets the dunk.
Last night, he had scored 20 or more in 20 straight. Finished last night with 15. Tolliver with the block.
Are you kidding me?
A 9-0 run.
Here's the ridiculous thing about what Jonah Bolden's doing right now, because if you were to look at his game log, well, let's be honest. I mean, they average 10.9 3-point makes per game. As Harris knocks down I don't know what exactly he said, but they were going at it. Got double technicals. Kata Page Diop
off the one. They're now 35-2.
Steph Curry made 11 of them. I've never seen anything like that before. That shooting display, it's not Boban.
Look how big he looks. ACC all-time scoring leader, but I don't know the exact number.
No, Tyler Hansbrough is taking a lead. 2,700 points, excuse me, 2,769 points.
And when he left, it was good. Simmons down low. Draws a couple of green jerseys in contact with Tom Thibodeau. Said it was extremely difficult for him to have that conversation with Tibbs. Out of the corner, McConnell with the 3.
That this is where the psychology and the positivity of a Ryan Saunders really comes into play, because he'll turn down shots.
Wiggins with the effort there to get the Timberwolves the ball.
No.
Bad spacing, and then Timberwolves.
Ideas. Again, Jen being a catalyst here as Boban gets
pitched with the board. Harris attacking. Andrew Wiggins temporarily.
Against the West. Milwaukee's 20-9. Toronto's 21-8. Philly's 19-9, as you mentioned. But Boston is Karl-Anthony Towns gets the lay in.
Just the fact that he's always one of the first guys in, one of the last guys out. And he said the great thing about what happened with Jimmy when he came to Philly is Redick drills it. Jim, we saw, gets forced into a miss. Was falling a little bit off balance. Sixers quickly the other way. Butler gets a very tough. Well, that's a great question. You pay Harris, you pay Butler.
Jimmy Butler's got an option. He's got a player option for next year, but Tobias Harris is actually a free agent. As Towns gets into a hole for the last shot, you don't really have an advantage here.
Wiggins able to cut through a couple of defenders. And then Towns gets paid off by Tyus this season, but they are producing a little video for him, and we're hoping to get a little sneak peek of that. when we're in town in Dallas this coming
heck
week.
was that?
Talk to the MVP of the game in reference to
that
Murat
was
Kogan.
ridiculous. And the fact that Steve Kerr lets that happen, I was disappointed in Steve Kerr as Andrew knocks that down. In the third quarter, I don't think you blame the officials. I was really disappointed with Steve Kerr. His Towns gets that.
You'll have to send that out.
There you go, Dario.
They have great chemistry. Harris. Butler comes up with an offensive board. Bolden is wide open, and of course he's going to... Butler follows his own miss. For the Sixers before the game tonight, he said Jimmy, much like he did here in Minnesota, does most of his damage in the fourth quarter. Did everything but finish.
Yeah.
Harris. Easy bucket on the other end. Tolliver out of the corner. Wolves sorely needed that on that possession.
40-27 advantage for Philadelphia's
Bayless!
on this young man, Ben Simmons.
Mike Scott leaves it short. Johnson comes up with an offensive rebound. Redick, and that's just a kill.
Jumpers, just they cut more, don't they?
Just so pure. Wow, Keita Bates Diop.
And he's played it that way since he's got his job back as backup center.
Ryan wants the Wolves to try and get a 2-for-1. He's telling them to hurry. Tolliver, the three, straight away, and he drills it.
2-for-1, and they make it all work out. I love it.
Simmons.
It's just like my relationship with golf. I love it so much, but then sometimes I just hate it. I want to just break my golf clubs. And
Tolliver!
I love 18.
Shot clock down to 3. Gorgie lets it fly and drills it.
Unbelievable.
Bayless over Ennis.
Energy.
Bayless attacking. Finds Cam Reynolds, and Reynolds drills it. He had a big
8 points, the first rebound of the game, but he's competing.
Reynolds attacking the paint and finishing with the left hand.
It's one of the decisions is Tobias Harris can't get it to go, but
it's a big offensive rebound by Bolden, and it sets up Ennis for boards 9 assists tonight. Wiggins steps back and able to drill it. Towns trying to back down Simmons and able to do so. Harris gives it up to Bolden, and
Come on.
Bolden is just Sixers bench, though, not known for its scoring, much like the Warriors bench last night. Sixers starters do the heavy lifting. Karl Anthony Towns.
Dario got his hand up and deflected it.
Wiggins, finger roll finish.
Let's see if there's any justice. Nope.
A technical. Harris.
Dario just has not been able to.
Bolden out of the corner, man. Who does he think is a good matchup for Bolden for some reason? I don't think that they could bank on him going 5 of 7 from downtown, though. Reynolds the 3. Cam gets it back.
Karl almost
able to add to his point total, and that will close it out. Timberwolves fall in their effort to sweep a very difficult home back-to-back. The Sixers win it 118-109 is our final. We'll get you all the post-game reaction coming up next. Stick around. Wolves Live is coming up.